My name is Vanessa Bright, and I'm the Executive Director of Maryland Reentry Resource Center. We are an organization that provides support services for individuals that have been impacted by the criminal justice system. So that could include persons that are incarcerated, it could be people that have been arrested, or it could be their family members. Recidivism is a fancy word that looks at a person's relapse and return to incarceration after 3 years following their release. About recidivism and incarceration is because 95% of the people that are incarcerated will return to a community, and it might be your community, and they're going to have either a positive or negative impact on that community when they return. So Maryland currently has a 41% recidivism rate.
And that means 41% of people who are incarcerated for the first time
will return within that 3-year period. And it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be for committing another crime. It could be for violating probation. So it can run the spectrum of reasons that people return. Reentry programs really create a strategy to assist folks to maneuver the different barriers that they're going to have after they've been incarcerated. And so with reentry programs, you're teaching people skills. And so I've worked with a young lady, her name is T, and she's been out for several years. But every turn she's hit with some other barrier, some other problem. She's a budding entrepreneur. She has a professional license. She's good at her trade. But there's always something that comes back to take her back to, I was previously incarcerated. So stable housing has been an issue because she was excluded from being able to live in city-owned housing because of her criminal record. So, that caused her problems with trying to get back on her feet. She has kids. She's had issues with daycare subsidies, just everything that you can think of. I mean, the way that we provide service to folks, and not just folks who are formerly incarcerated, but we provide services in like silos. I mean, one organization is telling you you have to go to this organization, and people are running around, and they don't have cars, they don't have transportation. We make it very difficult for people to get the services they need. And in addition to that, we don't do a good job of letting people know what services are available for them. So another young lady that I work with, I actually taught her about entrepreneurship while she was incarcerated. And so once she came out, she immediately contacted me. I was able at the time, because of a consulting job that I had, to give her first part-time job. Well, she took that part-time job and parlayed it into something full-time with benefits because she had that type of determination. We regularly talk. I think of her as one of my mentees. I've also helped her get her business started. She's doing everything you can possibly do to be successful. So one of the differences between the two young ladies that I just talked about was that one had a better support system than the other. And that's so important for people to be able to continue to develop those relationships while they're incarcerated and be able to, talk with family members and engage with family members and seek forgiveness while they're incarcerated. So reentry mediation is one of the things that helps folks with that. And that, it's just critical to their success, because if you don't have that support system when you come out, it's just so easy to fall back into the same bad traps, the same bad ideas that, were what you fell into before. That really is why it makes it so important to have, very good reentry programs so that we can help to provide that support that's missing from the family. And that's why it's very important to have mentors, because if we're able to match a mentor up with an individual that's coming out, then they have a support system. They have someone to encourage them. They have someone they have to be accountable to. So this is just so radically important for me, this journey. I feel, and I know that I have been called to this because I have been prepared and equipped. I mean, I've run other organizations for people. I've consulted with the other nonprofits and helped them create programs. I've taught in the prison. I've mentored people once they come out. I have, provided services already, even though we're a new organization, to folks that have come out, and they, either gotten jobs, or they entered into training programs, or they, were able to, start saving, opening a bank account. So I know that I can do this. I know that I'm